Hello my crafty friends, Corrine here from Corrine Crafts. Look at this, isn't this a pretty card? Just something I've put together using little sort of scrap elements that are available in my craft stash. I've gone pink, you might want to go red or green. I've done this with a sticker, you could do this with inks, it's entirely up to you. I've just used some beads. Gosh, I've had these beads dozens of years, and this one was quite new, but I just think it is fun, nice little bit of movement on there, and what a fun and easy to replicate Christmas card that you're going to be able to make really quick, really easily, for all your loved ones. So I'll show you now how I put it together. Well, I will start this video by apologizing, and if you can hear lots of bangings, there are fireworks going off in our village, so hopefully the camera's not picking the noise up too much, but if there is, I apologise. Okay, so this card, I wanted to do something quite modern, but also something that was going to, again, be quick and easy to replicate multiple times because it's Christmas cards, so we might need a lot of them. So I have taken a piece of card. This is 4 by 5.5 inches, so I didn't quite do 4 by 5. I just thought I would do it to that, and I've just stamped Season's Greetings down the side. I've just used a regular stamp set, a really simple stamp set that has lots of greeting messages on. So I've just taken Season's Greetings and I've stamped it down there, and you'll see why in a minute. And then I took a 5 by 7 card base and I've cut 1/2 inch off the bottom. So you can see we've just got an extra inch all the way around. It's going to be nice and simple, not too many layers or anything like that. And onto there, you've just seen I put some gold. Now, again, you could take out the centre if you wanted to. And then I'm going to be putting this one on there in a few minutes. So let's have a go at building this up. As always, I have taken an extra white layer and I'm going to pop that underneath there. Then I think I'll build the two up like that. So let's think, do I want to do it that way? Yeah, I will. I'll do it that way. Okay, so let's get my pin flare glue that I was using. There it is. It was on the other side, and we can pop that onto here. I've just put it on the wrong side. See if I can get that off without it marking. There we go. I don't want to use that side because I've got a mark on it, so I've flipped it over and stamped on the opposite side. So this is the side I want to cover up, just to get rid of that black mark. But actually, thinking about it, it probably would be covered up anyway, but never mind, we're going to do it that way. And that's going to go on to here, just like that. So we're just doing the white and white. You know, that's something that I tend to do quite a lot. It's going to have a little bit of colour on this, but mostly it's going to be the white and the gold are going to be our main colour. So just giving that glue a nice rub, and then we're away on there. Right, I think I'll put that on with a little bit of foam tape just to add a little bit of height so my sticks to roll as always. And we can pop that, let's go with that one. And let's put some foam tape on the back of there. So yeah, as I said just a few minutes ago, Christmas cards, you might want to make 2, 3, 10 of the same. So it's really handy to create designs that are going to be easy to duplicate. And that's hopefully what I've done here. So just picked off a bit foam tape like that, and then just putting them on slightly angled to make them fit. As always, we're going to give it a really good burnish down. Don't worry, the foam tape's on a bit of an angle, but oops, I have cut it and it's quite long, so I was just making it fit on without having to waste any. And take off the back. As per usual, again, we're just going to, let's move this out of the way because it's just a bit cluttered. I've just dropped that onto my tape. That was silly. Put some PVA on the back, just like that. There we go, just to give us the ability to move things around. I can put that on the card. Now I want that sentiment down on the left hand side. This, for once, you'll see me with a side opening card. It's because it was a pre-bought card, and so I just needed to just use what I'd got. I've got so many pre-bought card bases out of Kraft kits. So yeah, if I can find a card that fits. You'll see I've gone a little bit bigger on the gold than I did on the white layers. Could do that moving up a little bit. Come on, just move a little bit. There we go. And then we can put that like that. Right, now, this is going to be such a simple project to put together. So what have I got? I have got a piece of Kraft card and a piece of gold card. And I'm just going to cut 2 stars out of this. I'm going to cut a large star out of the Kraft. What I wanted to do is I thought I wanted like wooden shapes, and I didn't have wooden shapes. So I thought, how can I get round not having wooden shapes? So I've got these two. Let's move that out of the way a minute. I've got some Kraft card and some gold card, and I thought I will make something that looks as good, if not better, than wooden shapes. So we're going to take those and we're just going to run those through. Oops, little one's fallen out. Go back in. That's it. Just flipped out. Now, one of those has got a faux stitch on and one hasn't, but I think that will add to it. So take that, and then we can pop that one out, put the tape on my desk, and I can use it again. And then the larger one. There we go. So what I've done is I've cut them out multiple times, and that's what is key. So you can see on here, I've cut them out, and I think I've glued 4 together there and 4 together there. So can you see they're quite lovely and thick? Let's see how many more I need to glue together. So I'm going to put a little bit of bookbinding glue on. So it just gives the effect like a nice chunky, you know, wooden shape. Just put it like that. And then once I've done that, glued those down, oops, jumping around, they should fit perfectly because they're all cut with the same die. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to do the gold star all the way around like that. The great thing is, because this one's got the pin dots, it should just all click in and fit lovely. That's looking good. I'm liking that. Just hold it there. Right, so what is quite good is to put those like that. I've got a stamp, oh, bit of glue on there, a stamping block like that. You can see it's just sort of out of camera, and I'm just going to put those on. I'll use these ones later, but I don't need them just yet. So I'm going to bring my card back in. Let's just move those over to one side. That's just pressing them down, giving them a bit of there. So what have I got? I've got one of my stickers. Again, not very Christmassy, but it'll work in a minute. And then I have got some washi tape, and I've also got a little bit of pattern paper out of my scrap box. So I'm going to do this pattern paper first. I quite like this bit with the snowflakes. So I'm just going to tear it down like this. I want to tear across the top. I want it quite rustic. Oh, I need to tear from the top down, don't I, to get the white edge. I don't want it straight or anything like that, but you can see I've got snowflakes showing. I think that should be big enough. Oh yeah. This is a bit bigger than what I would have liked. And then I've got the washi tape. So let's have a go at putting this together. I'm going to do this to go over that sentiment. Now I am actually going to do it the way I always do. So a little bit of red liner. Let's put it onto this bit of scrap. That's as much as I need. Put the red liner on there. Burnish it down. And then take off the red liner. This is the easiest way I have found to release these. I've sit and fiddled with these for ages. So put that right on the edge. Get rid of that bit of red liner. That's holding that down. So then I can just come along here. Has that peeled it off? No, that's, could have done with a better piece of red liner. That was the end. There we go. And that's going to separate. Can you see the top and the back? Works really, really well. Good way to do that. And then I'm going to take this, and I love this. You can't see it very much until you put it on there. And then it's just going to add that like hint, oops, I've gone, of decorative background. So it's about looking at what you've got, seeing what you've got that you can use, and then using those in your craft stash. I mean, that's not very Christmassy in its own right, is it? But I just think that looks, it's just like doing really fancy ink splats. So let's get some washi tape. Let's do a couple of pieces of washi tape. Again, always rip them, never cut them, because I love how they finish. And then I can put that one over there. Let's do this one as well. And then we can put that one over there. And then let's take this a little bit smaller. We can then, I'm going to go a little bit thinner as well. There we are. And we can put this, so that's definitely bringing back the Christmas feel. We can then add that. It's quite pretty on the other side too, isn't it? Add that one. Just, I mean, in theory, it's just all bits of scrap, isn't it? Lots of that. So we've got that on here. Yeah, it's still the right way. I've got my stars. And I'm going to be putting those like that. And they're going to go in the centre of that. So you can see how that's going. But I just thought I would add a little bit of sparkle. So all I've done is I've got a little piece of my gold twine, which is this. You'll see me use this quite a lot. A lovely sparkly gold twine. And on the end, I've put these. Now, I bought these for a project a couple of years back and I've never got them. They're like Christmas bells, but they don't have they don't make a noise. They're not jingly ones, but I've had these and I just don't use them. So I've tied a gold one onto that end. And then on this end, I've put 3 beads. A silver one, a yellow one and a white one. I perhaps should have tried to have gone for a pink, but I've done it now. It'll all add to the colour. So they're going to go on there. So what I think I might do is I'm just going to cut a really narrow piece across there and hope. So let's put, maybe it doesn't like sticking to washi tape. Maybe. Great time to find out, Corrine, but never mind. Let's peel that off. Right, let's try unpeeling it from this end. Yes, that was what the key to doing it was, doing it that way. Right, so then I'm going to get this and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to give it a little twist to make a nice loop, because that's what I'm trying to do. Let's just straighten it out a little bit. I don't want the ends the same length, so let's just twist it and make a loop so that the loop, I'm doing a right hash of this. Let's put that one to there and then that one, different length, to there. There, now I've got my loop. Do I want them a bit longer? No, I don't think I do. Do I? Let's have a look. No, I don't think I do. Well, I could go a little bit longer. Let's do them a little bit longer, a bit smaller loop. Trial and error, and that's a good thing about doing it something like washi tape with this thread, because it will just re-grab. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to grab some 3D glue and put that on the back of there. Let's put that just like that, and that one will go onto here. Perfect. And then this one, let's go, that's it, glue mark on there. Let's put a little bit of 3D glue on there. I'm probably going to flatten it, but the good thing about putting the 3D glue behind that one is it'll just level itself over the threads. And then that star fits on there. Isn't that lovely? I really like that. So the last thing I want to do, just keeping it, like I say, really modern, but really simple. And just because I didn't have exactly what I needed, I've made it up. I've managed to find, I've gone through my, can you believe it, through my sequins, and I found some pink ones. And I'm just going to pop a couple of pink sequins on. So I'm going to get my precision glue press. Let's do one on there, one on there, they're going to hang like that. So let's do one just there. Okay, so I'll use my pickup tool. 1, 2, and number 3. Come on. Sometimes you just need to make it sticky again. There we go, that's all it took. 3. And is that enough? Oh, that one's not very good, is it? Don't like that one. That really smudged, didn't it? I've got my glue eraser. Once it's dry, if there's any glue showing, residue showing, I'll just use this eraser just to get rid of any marks. Right, that one didn't work just there, so let's put one, get rid of that one. Let's put one, don't want it in a straight line, so let's just put it there, on top of that bit of sticker. Find one that's the right way up and put it there. That's better. How about that? It just needs to stand up now just to weight those threads down. But how about that? That's really different, really quite modern. Just made using scraps, so you can, you know, adjust this to whatever you've got. Just getting rid of clearing that so you can actually see what we've got there. There we go. There we go. It's a bit tidier, isn't it? Yeah, I really like that. I think that's going to really, really work. It, like I say, it just needs a little bit of time for those to weight and to pull down. But how about that? Just using a little bit of stickers, a couple of pieces of washi, a tiniest scrap off the end of a piece of paper, and some Kraft and gold card to make that star. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And I love it. It's got movement. It's just what you want. Absolutely perfect. There you go. What do you think of that? Is that something that you might make? I hope it is. And I think it felt like it was quite quick to make as well. So I'm going to leave you there. As always, there'll be a link on the left to another video and a link on the right to my subscribe button. Anyone that can subscribe, that is brilliant. And then down in the bottom will be a description and lots more links for things that you might find useful. So I will leave you there tonight or today, my friends, and I hope you come back ready for my next video. Please leave me a comment, please don't forget to like, and I'll be seeing you all again very soon. So until then, my crafty friends, you take care. Bye for now.